We hear the term gold standard thrown around a lot for professional certifications, but what if one could actually translate to a nearly Baffinja-Sancher pay raise? That's the promise of the PMP, the Project Management Professional Certification. It seems to be a huge deal in the corporate world.
It is, and that pay raise isn't just a number, it's a signal. The data shows PMP certified pros earn between Baffinja Arsher and Baffinja Sancher San more, with US median salaries hovering around Sharawan San Mayuan. But the real story is why companies see the PMP and know they're getting a predictable level of competence. It's a trusted global standard.
So it's more than just a line on a resume.
Exactly, and it's not just for people with the title project manager. We're seeing PMO directors, portfolio managers, and senior consultants needing it. It proves you understand how to connect projects to the bigger business strategy. It's the difference between just getting a task done and ensuring the right tasks are being done for the company's future.
Okay, so the rewards are clearly massive, but that usually means the barrier to entry is just as high. Let's look at what it actually takes to get through that exam room door.
Well, marathon is the right word. You're looking at a Lambai Sancher minute exam with Ibai Basher questions. The fee can be up to Wu Bai Wushu Wu Mei Yuan, and you need to hit a passing score of around Bai Lo Shudern Lo. The content is heavily weighted toward process and, interestingly, people skills.
Wait, Lambe Sentia minutes. That's almost 4 hours. What kind of questions are they asking that take so long?
That's the critical part. They aren't simple, what's the definition of questions. Most of them are situational. They'll give you a mini crisis, a project is over budget, a key stakeholder is unhappy and ask, what do you do next? You can't just memorize the official guide. You have to apply its principles under immense pressure.
I see. So it's not just testing it's testing how you think. A Lambe Sancher minute clock ticking while you solve one problem after another. No wonder the failure rate is so high. Which brings us to how people are actually beating the odds.
Right? The general pass rate is only about Bavendra Sisher. It's brutal. This is where specialized training resources come in. Companies like Spodo claim they can get that pass rate up to Baffinja Joshibai by providing what are essentially exam dumps collections of real recent questions that have been reviewed by experts.
So you're basically practicing on the real thing?
You're doing more than that. You're using their mock exams to simulate the entire Lambe Sancher minute experience. It's not just about knowing the answers. It's about training your brain to handle that level of fatigue so you don't burn out on question by Wusher. It's like a flight simulator for the test. You get to crash and burn in practice so you don't on the real day.
That makes a lot of sense. You're de-risking the attempt.
You can even think of it as insurance. You're about to spend over Sube Mayan or Wube Mayan on the exam fee. Spending a bit more on a resource that practically guarantees a pass saves you from having to pay that big fee a second time. It's a strategic investment.
So it's all about maximizing the return on your study time and your financial investment. Okay, let's wrap this up. For anyone considering this, what are the absolute essential takeaways?
Well, to put it simply, here's what you need to remember. First, the financial boost is real. A PMP can raise your salary by Arsher to Sencher percent. Second, the exam itself is a rigorous Lambe Sencher minute marathon of Ibai Basher questions, focusing heavily on process and people skills. Third, the passing score is around Baifunja Shudern Liu, meaning you need to get about Ibailing Liu questions right. And finally, while the standard pass rate is a tough Baifunja Sisher, using expert-reviewed resources and mock exams can dramatically improve your odds. Oh, and once you get it, remember you have to maintain it with looser professional development units every 3 years.